Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I want to take a break from discussing real estate or right to repair, motherboard repair, or any of that stuff to discuss something that's going on in my local community, and one thing that I imagine is a misconception. And I just want to draw my line in the sand as to how I feel about this and just make it clear that ain't people that look like me that want things to get worse and worse and worse. So there was this post in a group that Erica follows about a garden. So I live in Bed-Stuy. I've lived there for about 13 years now, pretty much ever since I moved away from my parents. This is where I've lived. I spent a short period of time in Canarsie and Bushwick and then moved to Bed-Stuy afterwards because I'm 15 minutes away from, where I do most of my business, and it's cheap. I never really moved on to Williamsburg or Park Slope or anything like that because, fuck paying $1,000 a month more for the same apartment, if you know what I'm saying. So this is something that's been going on in my area. You have these community gardens. They're really, really nice. Like, you could see that there's people inside tending to the gardens. It also encourages and fosters people caring about the community, because if you're the type of person that's going to go take care of a plant in a garden or take stuff from a plant in a garden or contribute to a garden, on average, you're probably the type of person that cleans up trash in your community. You're probably not the type of person that does this. So having community gardens is a really cool thing because it encourages people to actually give a shit about their community. And anytime I walk by one of these gardens, sometimes I'll walk in. I'll admit it, I haven't contributed anything to it. I'm not really much of a gardener or a planner. The most I've ever done with gardening is I had a Venus flytrap in 4th grade and I wound up killing it within a week. But apparently New York City is getting rid of several of these gardens because they, quote, want to solve the rat problem. So I just wanted to read this to you and go over my take on it. So it says, calling all community gardeners, our friend, Mr. Cooks, has been tending the gardens at Lafayette Gardens houses for many years. Unpaid, a labor of love on his evenings and weekends. These gardens have been ordered destroyed by the city in the name of rat removal. Let's be real, there are rats all over Brooklyn, and these gardens have brought peace, beauty, and opportunities for service by the young residents of LG. His wish is that this doesn't happen at all, but if not, he wants these plants to continue living and to find a new home where they can continue to bring beauty to the people of Central Brooklyn. Yesterday, he asked if I could help spread the word, and I thought this might be a good place to share. If you are a community gardener in Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, Fort Greene, please stop by the gardens, and Mr. Cooks will assist you to carefully remove the plant from its home so you could bring it to a new home. And that, I imagine, is a picture of Mr. Cook. Now, I think that this is bullshit. Again, when you look around New York City, when you just take a look around New York City, we don't have a rat problem because there are responsible people that created and tended to a garden. We have a rat problem because there are fuckfaces in the city that do shit like this. Because there are fuckfaces in the city that do shit like what you see in this video over here. So I'm just riding around. By the way, this is not Bed-Stuy. This is a fancy schmancy neighborhood around 14th Street. This is around 14th Street or 23rd Street in Manhattan. And this is what it looks like in an area that is far, far more wealthy and richer than where I call home, Bed-Stuy. This is what it looks like because there are people in New York City that treat the area like complete and utter trash. And when you have pizza and food and half-used soda containers filled with soda and all this crap in one area because people can't actually take care of an area and throw their shit away, this is what happens. We don't have a rat problem because we have gardens. We have a rat problem because many people in this city treat it like shit. And to try and scapegoat gardens as to why we have a rat problem and get rid of them, it's just like, how stupid can city government get? It's like every single day, I swear to Christ, they find a new effing way to do something stupid and screw with people. They find a way to, you always wonder, how could you make this problem worse while simultaneously pissing off the community? And they do it every single time. There were annoying dirt bikes riding around the city. Some people were riding them around, kind of revving them at 1 or 2 in the morning. What could we do to piss people off? Well, instead of take them or legislate them in a different way, or deal with them in a different way, or maybe encourage the type of silent electric bikes to be a little bit more legal so that people will use those. Or maybe we could sell them. We could sell them out of state to where people could actually use them. No, let's crush them. Let's crush them. Let's actually brag about crushing a bunch of good working stuff. Like, Why? And you could see the responses to this. And I just wanted to draw my line in the sand and say, it ain't me that's supporting this. So it says over here, and you can see that there are some pissed off people. They said they just had a discussion on PBS on how minority communities do not have any trees and plants to help us have better air quality and shade compared to the suburbs, or better stated, where the white people live. Those same white people making the decision to destroy the beauty in our communities. They know how to destroy the rats. They choose to destroy our quality of life instead. Shame on the city. Call the TV stations and make a story out of this that might stop them. Again, I am white. I've lived in Bed-Stuy for about 13 years now. It is where I call home. Fuck whoever at the city decided to destroy your garden. I think this is bullshit. There is a very clear-cut, obvious reason as to why we have a rat problem. It is the exact same in Bed-Stuy as it is in the more affluent areas, again, around 23rd Street and 14th Street in Manhattan. The reason you have a rat problem is because people don't pick up their trash and they treat the city like shit. And to discourage the type of people that go to gardens, that tend to gardens, that take care of things in gardens from actually caring about or feeling invested in their community is fucking disgusting. Because you know, at the end of the day, the type of person that is actually going to spend time on their weekend for free for years ensuring that the plants in a garden prosper for the good of the community, that's the type of person that's probably going to pick up trash in his community. That's the type of person that's going to give a side-eye glance to someone who is, tossing, a tinfoil with some, cheese in it from his sandwich or whatever out the window of his car. That's the type of person that's actually going to pick up garbage that's not theirs and throw it away to ensure that there's a lower chance of there being rats in the community. You know what's going to cause rats in the community? When less people care about investing in their community because they see what they invested in that made it beautiful, a little area for a social gathering, a little area where people come together and make things better, get destroyed. Good job, New York City, for fucking up yet again. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.